and serve alcohol to the masses at my job. So happy hump day to everybody. Happy hump day, unless you're lonely, and I guess in your case, happy whack day. Happy whack day to the lonelies.
Yeah, don't work like that.
Just the last guy that was up here, had it by the throat. So, all right, I want to start tonight off talking about race. Let's talk about some race. You know what the worst race is? Probably the saddest race too? The one where Dale Earnhardt died? That is the worst and saddest race. I still think about it. It's so sad. So I was at Winco the other day, and at the self-checkout, they have this little box of these painted sticks for like whacking pinatas. And I pulled one out, and I was doing some like sweet Mortal Kombat moves. Well, my girlfriend, checked out the groceries, and I'm doing Mortal Kombat moves. And the check-ear lady that is involved with watching over the stuff, she goes, "Are you the stick master?" And I was like, "Well, honestly, any male over the age of 12 should be a stick master." Thank you. Shush. So I am pretty certain that it's called suffrage because this country's been suffering since the passing of the 19th. Thank you. Thank you. But she liked it. All right, here's another one. I worked at oh man, so I worked at the liquor store for the past 3 years, and anybody drink Buzz Balls? Those little like Christmas tree ornaments? I hate scanning those fucking things in. They never scan because the barcode's always fucked up. And then they taste like flavored gasoline. So one day I was unloading a pack of them, and then right there on the side of the box, I was like, oh, right there, they print the problem. It's owned by women. Duh. I know, I'm on a roll tonight. So, like working at the liquor store, it don't take years of training to find out who needs and doesn't need to be ID'd. So I probably take way more pleasure than I should when this painted up clown comes in with Botox face like, "Don't you need to check my ID?" And I go, no, absolutely not. And then I come to the conclusion that the equivalent to males losing their hair is when women stop getting carded, right? It's pretty much the same. We're like, oh, hair's falling out. And then, you're like, oh, they don't think I'm under 21 no more. Yeah, I haven't been for a while. So, while I'm at the liquor store, when I'm not doing anything, I like to watch nature documentaries. And I just learned this is really cool. Grasshoppers, when they're stressed out, they will turn into locusts. So their food supplies get low. They will morph into locusts and turn to violent, cannibalistic creatures. Pigs will do the same thing. If pigs get loose off into the wild, they will transform into wild boars. They will grow tusks. They will get very violent. And then I learned, just through pure repetition, that the third most scariest creature to do that is women. Yeah, that's 4 in a row. Thank you. All right, I'll quit dunking on women. And let's talk about my stupid ass Uncle JD. All right. So my mom has a little brother, and he is a fat, useless piece of shit. Honestly, to call him a piece of shit would underplay the fact that shit can be ground up and used to make food. So 47 years old, always living at home until he was able to trick some fat lady with low self-esteem from a nowhere town to marrying him so he can go be fat somewhere else. So I'm going to tell you the dumbest exchange we had between the two of us. I'm sitting on the couch watching TV with my grandmother, and she goes, "Do you think you could clean my ceiling fan blades? I can't ever get JD to do it." And this fat motherfucker says in the fattest way possible, "Well, why do I gotta clean it? I bought the motherfucker." And I started looking at him like, oh yeah, the old buying a ceiling fan gives you a lifetime pass to be an oxygen consumer. So yeah, I just wanted to dunk my fat uncle piece of shit for anyway. So I noticed life throws little tidbits at you to let you know that you're getting older. Just problems that persist out of the blue. Like sitting on my balls is becoming a more frequent problem. Yeah, so I'm like, well, I guess I'm getting there in age. So I moved up here from Houston about 3 years ago, and I have to say, my number one complaint with this city is y'all fucking cannot drive. It is and the traffic's not even that bad. Houston traffic's a lot, and they can't drive either. But at least they're fast about it. My number one complaint about y'all driving is when the light turns green, y'all love to sit there for another 5 to 10 seconds. Listen, if you're the first car and those green photons hit your eye, you have a duty, nay, the responsibility to hit that fucking gas pedal or you should be shot on sight. Just the other day, this is a true goddamn story. Just the other day, I'm sitting at the light, it turns green, and this motherfucker set till 5 Mississippi. So I just laid on my horn. This dipshit gets out of the car and does this. I'm like, you dumbass, you're doing the complete opposite of what I need you. You're doing what civilization doesn't need you to do. And I was gonna roll down my window and tell this dumb son of a bitch that he was a dumb son of a bitch. But then my brain was like, he's too goddamn dumb to know you're even chastising him. So I just ran him over. Did society a favor, just ran the fucker over. Then I backed over him and ran over him again. And then people started running over him with me. So here's some I read in the local news. Y'all know those free children's book things that are outside parks? Some little bastards ripped the doors off of it and sprayed looked like Dawn dish soap all over it. Listen, I don't want to sound like an old man, or I'm about to be, but listen, I've sit on my balls enough to know that these kids have no fucking imagination. You know what I would have done if I was a little bastard? Or I was a little bastard, but if I would have done this, I would have took the children's book covers and replaced them with some Playboys. Put those in there. Let them get a little education, right? And then the mom would finally figure it out by the time, when she's like, why is he reading Go Dog Go like it's Stephen King? So I worked death row for about 3 years, and man, it's like the world's most dangerous babysitting. And
Is James's boyfriend on death row?
James's boyfriend?
Yeah.
James had a boyfriend on death row?
Yeah,
Really? Who is it?
yeah, we don't know.
Oh shit. Oh well, I mean, yeah. Well, was he diabetic? Because this was crazy. These diabetic inmates would get snacks, and I always thought it was crazy that we had to escort these diabetic inmates to the nurse to get a shot to keep them alive until we can give them a shot to kill them. I thought it was just insane. And then I was putting some inmates up from the rec room back to their, to their cell, and one of them was like, "Can I stay out an extra hour? My buddy in the rec room, I want to talk to him a little bit longer. He's getting executed tomorrow." I was like, "No, motherfucker, I'm putting you up." He's like, "Come on, man, he's dying." I'm like, "He's not dying of cancer."
They're gross.
Goddamn, fuck that. Get your ass up. So, to pass the time working death row, me and my best friend would practice the art of shit talking. And that's when we just lobbing insults at each other, trying to one-up each other. And one of my favorite ones was like to just buy me a little bit of time to come up with a really good insult. And I'd always be like, "Hey, motherfucker, I fought in the big war. Can't talk to me like that." Well, he got enough hurting of it. One day I went to go, "Hey, motherfucker." He goes, "Oh, I get it. You fought in the big war. You went over there and fought for our sins." I was like, "That's pretty good." So, I'm going to end this set with some poems. So in the Army, we call these things called cadence, when you're marching to keep us in step. And I would like to recite 2 of them that are just really great in poem form, and then I have one of my own that I came up with. So the first one is called A Yellow Bird. A yellow bird with a yellow bill was sitting on my windowsill. I lured him in with a piece of bread, and then I smashed his fucking head. The moral of the story is, if you want some head, you need some bread. All right, next one. Thank you over in the corner. All right, next one. This one's called The Airborne Monkey. There once was a monkey with a maroon beret. He was hardcore airborne every day. He bragged about fucking 100 blondes. He said, "Line them on the wall, I'll fuck them all." He fucked 98 till his balls turned blue. Backed off, jacked off, fucked the other 2. Thank you. I got in trouble for doing that one time when we were running. Actually, I was just like, "Hey, let's get the new guy to do some cadence." And I was like, "There once was a monkey with it." He's like, no, get out of here. There's females in the audience. All right, here's one I came up with. A bitch is a bitch, of course, and no one can talk to a bitch, of course, and a bitch is a bitch because, of course, she's never came in bed. Thank you. Hope y'all had a good fun night tonight.
Thank you, Judge.